Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the gaming mouse by Trust. Now this is a gaming mouse optimized for eSports competitive gaming. High precision Pixar 3325 optical sensor up to real 5000 DPI. Now 5000 DPI is kind of average or approximate. Technically you've got other mouses out there that are a lot more faster in DPI and stuff like that, and you can use them for much bigger screens, but this will cover the majority of screens of up to 40 to 50 inch screens, no problem, and it will be responsive enough. It's got 6 responsive and 5 programmable buttons, onboard memory to store 5 gaming profiles, customizable RGB lighting, so that means that if after you've done your build and it's got RGB lighting everywhere, you've got a scroll wheel on this mouse, as well as Trust GXT, which is on the bottom of the mouse, and that's RGB and fully customizable as well. Advanced software to program buttons and lights, so we'll be having a look at that as well. Ergonomical design and ideal performance, weight of 107 grams. Now I had this in my hand, in my left and right, and it was very comfortable. I'm right-handed, I've got medium to large hands, and it was fine. So we've got up to 1000 polling rate, so we're going to check that out in the software. Guaranteed max speed of 100 inches per second, a 20G acceleration, and it's co-developed with professional esports and Epsilon esports people. So these are proper gaming people that game every day and game for a living and get paid for that sort of stuff. So when you've got people like that are talking about this is a gaming mouse and can put their name on it, or not even just one person, 2 people, 2 companies I should say, then you know it's a proper gaming mouse you got there. This mouse is fully RGB as well, so we've got RGB logo on the back where it says Trust GXT, and then actual scroll wheel as well, and then the DPI button is nicely kind of, it just looks really like quite simple but really classy at the same time. It's not just sticking right out, it's like it's embedded into the mouse itself, which is pretty cool. We're going to be checking out the software and seeing how easy it is for everyone out there to get everything going. And this is for laptops as well as PCs. And obviously Macs you can't game on the Mac, so that's no good, is it really? But anyway, minimum requirements is PC laptop with USB port, and this works with Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows 7. If you've got Windows 8.1, it will work with that as well. Windows XP will probably work with that, but you have to make it in the software to make it known to work, but then you might have a few problems. To get it working at its full optimal speed or optimal performance, then you better just use these. So let's go ahead and check out the actual software and see if that's user friendly as well. So we got the Trust Gaming Mouse here, which is by eSports now. We've got a couple of companies involved. They're going to be showing off their like little skills and stuff. Well, not little skills, big skills, because if I was in the game it would be big skills, but it's only small skills when I'm not there, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so I forgot to mention that it's got RGBs on the side as well. So you've got 2 clickable buttons on the right hand side. It feels nice in the left hand, but it's definitely for the right hand. I can't feel any noise. There's no because I was using a mouse the other day, and actually I was rolling down the scroll wheel and it started squeaking and squeaking and squeaking, and it keeps constantly squeaking. That's freaking annoying. That's a crap build. This is a decent build. It doesn't feel like it's used too much quality components on there, or plastics or anything like that, because it is quite plasticky, but it has got nice little glide feet. I've got a nice little slippery mat here, and I'm using the wooden table, and it feels quite nice. It does feel like if you just want to buy a gaming mouse, you could just buy this one. It's got RGBs and stuff like that, but technically 5000 DPI is sufficient. But if you're a pro gamer, you're going to want the customization of going from like hardly any DPI to a lot of DPI, which is a lot more than 5000. But anyway, we've got some profiles here. Like I said before, we've got 5 profiles. Then we've got the name of it, so Kusan GXT 180. Sounds like a graphics card. And then you've got like this rotation thing on here for the software. So I click in button, and then I've got performance, I've got effect, and then I've got buttons. So I've got where I can customize my buttons, which is the left and the right, and the scroll wheel, and the DPI button, which I do like because it's completely near enough out the way. And then you've got the forward and back. So the software is pretty self-explanatory. It's decent enough for what you want to do to customize your key features. But yeah, let's have a little closer look at the mouse. Right, as you can see, the little Trust GXT, it's just like a whole illumination of RGB. Don't have as many RGB lights as what a normal, very expensive mouse has, but it's got you covered. It still works. It's bright enough. Today it's kind of a dusky looking 4:32 p.m. in England, but yeah, it's still got you covered. Anyway, so if I have a look, the clicks as well, which are not too bad. They're pretty cool. I like the clicks. Clicks sound quite decent, so it's right and left, and they sound pretty even. DPI is okay. There we go. Don't know how much DPI that is. That's really slow. So if I go to performance, we've got a DPI. How slow can we go? From 100 DPI. Wow. So you could use this for Photoshop, illustration, gaming, anything you want. The thing about gaming mouse is they seem to be the ones that you can actually do more customization than like a normal standard mouse, so that's pretty good. But anyway, that is at 100 and this is at 5,000. Wow, that is just gone. But what I like about this is that it seems to do everything straight away, unlike any other software that I've used for Logitech and Rosewell and who else is there? There's Rockcat, like Asus, MSI. Every sort of mouse is that you have to go down to the software app, and then you have to, like, obviously select apply, and then it works. But with this, I can apply it straight away, and I can get the feel of it straight away. So kudos to this company. You're thinking, well, basically, it's just they simplified the software a little bit, so that's pretty cool. Report rate goes from 125, 250, 3, and 500 and 1000. And then acceleration, you can have it off, you can have it on one increment and a second increment and a third increment for maximum. Scroll speed, exactly the same. And then you got the button configurations, which you can go from mouse event, keyboard event, media event, DPI switch, report rate, profile switch, and macro. And then you've got left button, right click, middle click, backwards, forward, and disable. And it's got like a little illustration on where everything is, so it's pretty simple. Now we go to the effects. This is like what I like because it's to do with RGB on the mouse. And how I tell whether RGB is really good into a mouse or the sort of quality is that the fact is that if it's daylight, it normally can shine through daylight, and if it's in dark scenarios in your gaming, you don't want something that's really bright in your face. So you've got the the customizable ways of changing obviously the colors so it doesn't affect your game, or if you're using it to like edit photos or use it for illustration, it's kind of like an all-rounder gaming mouse. That's what I like about it. So we've got constant light effects, which just stays there. This on that constant effect. It's not really that bright, to be honest with you. Then you've got breathing, but the good thing about the software, it's right on the ball. It's good. It literally does it on the fly. As soon as you click something, it works straight away, rather than clicking something, send it all up, and then pressing apply, then waiting for it to cycle, then it works. Color shift, so it goes from red to blue and mostly 16.8 million colors. So whatever colors it's going to go to, to be honest with you, 16.8 million colors is probably a little bit far-fetched with this mouse. But you can turn it off if you don't like RGBs. You can turn it off, and then if you want a game, you can turn it on. Whatever you want to do. So I'll turn it to color shift, slow. So it's going really slow. I'm gonna go to sleep. So what's on blue at the moment? Then green. Okay, so let's go to medium speed. So red, then blue. So you got a little bit of breathing feature there, and then we'll do fast. So red, blue, green, purple. It's not bad. It's not bad. Light brightness. So we've got dim, which it kind of is dim. Medium brightness. Okay, not bad. Bright. Well, to be honest with you, medium and bright look about the same. There's not that much difference. And dim, what's dim like? Well, to be honest with you, dim, medium and bright, there's not a lot of difference to it. It looks exactly the same, but that's what the software is saying. Then you can change your colours to whatever your preferences are, and then you can just have that colour on the fly, which is kind of happening if I will use constant white, dark white. You can go through quite the whole spectrum. Alright, I'll take it back. You can probably go 16.8 million colours if you can be bothered. There's a colour out there for you, or everyone. That's a funny looking colour. Let's put that in there. Okay, it's a little bit off. That's orange, but I'm in red. So, hang on. No, there we go. That's alright. It's not too bad. You just have to find your way. So I've gone through everything on here. There's nothing else on there other than the profiling and stuff like that, and you can save as, load profile, or restore, or reset, or apply your settings there, and basically that saves all your profiles after you're doing everything on the fly, and you can take your mouse and it should still hold the settings. Anyway, if you like this sort of content and you like this mouse, leave it in the comments down below to say you like this mouse or you like this company, and subscribe and share this video to millions and millions and millions of people, or you won't be able to game anymore because your hand will fall off. Anyway, see you. Thanks for watching. I'm only joking. See you later.